Hey there everyone, Denver's real estate market is absolutely buzzing, and I've been diving into the stats with some of the industry's finest professionals and bring them to you in the down and dirty version of what is actually going on in the real estate market and what the fear and the headlines might be breeding may not be the actual case. What's up guys, Jeremy Kane, eXp Realty, living in the Denver suburbs. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and if you like what you hear, subscribe, as I always strive to bring you all of the information I possibly can, as well as start conversations. So please comment below or have somebody reach out if you have any questions. I love the conversations that generates. Emotions or data? Here's the highlights of what's really going on. While new listings are up about 8%, it's not because we're seeing a ton of fresh inventory coming to the market. It's because, well, some houses are taking a little bit longer in time to go under contract. Buyers are being more picky in all phases of this. Not necessarily bad here, but the market is actually bringing a more balanced feel from the ridiculous seller strong-arm days where they could ask for anything of years past. You'll still notice the perfect house gets scooped up pretty quickly, and maybe even in a weekend, while others are playing the long game. The landscape, it's shifting, my friends, but sellers remain in control. They don't just walk on water so that they can get whatever they want as they have been. The sellers are gaining some of that balance of power back. But with that, buyer expectations are a real thing, and they're looking for that move-in ready and perfectly functional home, as they're not going to have as much money to spend due to high interest rates. If these are quick insights or sparking your curiosity, please consider subscribing. There's plenty more of information that I share on a monthly, weekly basis and go from there. So let's take a step back and talk about those inventory insights. Remember those days when we felt like inventory was just vanishing? We're about at 4,600 listings right now, which is 8.7% increase from last month, as I said before. But what are the headlines not telling us? That the number is actually down 8.6% from last year. So while it's feeling like there's more out there, it's actually tighter than years past. So we're just dealing with a smaller number of transactions. Patience is key in this shifting market. Sellers who are anxious and reacting quickly and are actually losing money. If you're dropping your price on that first or second weekend just because showings are down, in your opinion, that may not be just due to price. It is truly the market. Those timelines that we've been used to are changing. It might be 3-4 weeks before you actually get a bona fide, legitimate offer if you're priced just perfectly. We're currently at 1.6 showings per week and 13 showings to go under contract, with an average day on market of 28. Obviously those numbers don't add up, but the average days on market is different, pulled from a different spot. But 13 showings to go under contract and only 1.6 showings per week gives you time to think about it before you make that major price adjustment. Okay, now let's dive into the economy. The big one is really this. We're not stepping back into our pre-pandemic shoes. Things are different. But guess what? Despite some grim headlines, we've got some silver linings, job openings, right? A cool 9.6 million. And the wages, they've gone up 5.73% year over year. With inflation, kind of the elephant in the room, waiting on the job market to falter and the job market numbers skewed due to work from anywhere with multiple postings for a single job, this one may take a little bit to sort out, especially with the human interference of the Fed. So hold on, as we may see rates remain even high through next year now, some experts are saying. So the question becomes, what are we waiting for? If you are waiting for rates to come down 1%, a rate drop on a $500,000 home with a 5% down and a 7.75 interest rate, waiting for that to drop to 6.75 will save you about $325 a month. If you're paying less than $325 a month in rent, then you may break even. Maybe you can stop this video right now. But understand, I hate to tell you this, but you are losing money if you're paying more than $325 a month in rent. It sucks. Yeah, I see you. The one that waited for that market crash. Here we are. This is your crash. Here we are right now. You are still renting and not gaining equity. We haven't even gone down the equity path. That's just in your monthly cost. So feeling swamped with all these figures, you're not alone. They don't all pertain to every single person idealistically. So reach out and let's have a conversation about your situation. Okay, so let's get into the Denver market. So September was eventful. We had 4,589 new listings, which is 6% less than in 2022. Here's something to chew on. Even as higher rates and rising home prices are making headlines, Denver's median home price is still climbing, albeit slowly, but 0.9% from last year. Almost 1% still with these high rates. But those foreclosures have to be on the way, right? That credit card debt is over $1 trillion. Unfortunately, those on the sidelines, this is not the case for all Colorado homeowners out there. Big applause, because our mortgage delinquency rate is actually the nation's lowest at 1.7%. So those foreclosures just are not going to come. So when we step back, how are we going to spot those opportunities amidst all this chaos? It's not going to be like it's been before. Wait for those foreclosures and dive on it. All right, here's where the rubber meets the road. Denver's real estate market might seem chaotic, but it's packed with opportunities. For instance, if you're in a property under $400,000, now might be a golden chance with less competition for you to get in and move up. Why? Because some of those $750,000 homes are hanging around with less competition. Because there are more options, that gives you the upper hand as a buyer. Thinking of making a strategic move and curious about the market? Reach out and let's navigate the landscape together, and don't go at it alone. Denver's real estate journey is packed with twists and turns and tons of insights. I'm here to keep you updated on every step of the way. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and let's make these Denver real estate dreams come true.